Hello, I'm Iris. Welcome back to Beauty Bee. Today I am doing a get ready with me that is greatly inspired by the Venus XL 2 palette. I will put a picture of it up now. This is such a pretty palette. I have wanted it basically since it came out. I don't even know how many years ago at this point. I love those really light greens and the pinks and the peaches all together. So pretty. It's such a lovely springtime, but just all the time light and airy kind of color scheme. Now hopefully the associated introduction video is already up, but if it is not, I am doing a little mini series, at least for now it's a mini series, we'll see how that develops over time, of doing looks inspired by palettes that are on my wish list. I have very much been loving this super springtime, almost like an enchanted forest look, very light, very airy, very sparkly. And I had something like 8 different palettes on a wish list that could give me some version of that effect. So instead of buying 8 palettes, because that is excessive, I'm just going to try my best to get those kinds of looks with the items that I already have. And speaking of which, we're starting with this green. I actually already got it on my finger and I've just been gesturing wildly with it. So before I make a mess of myself, let's just lay this down on the lid. I think it's also worthwhile to mention where I'm starting from. I have all my base products done. I've done my eyebrows. I'm wearing blush and highlight. And man, that highlight is catching the light. I love that. And I'm just putting my shimmery green, sort of a grass green, all over my lid. This is not really going to show up in the final look, but the glitter that I'm using today doesn't translate that well on camera without some kind of color underneath, so we're starting with this. Now I want to start setting up my crease. Keeping with this whole Venus XL2, we're going quite peach and a little bit of pink in the crease. I feel like this could almost be a get ready with me using my Pan Those eyeshadows. I think something like half the shades that I'm using today are in that project, including this peach. And I'm going to just buff that really almost up to my eyebrow, really. I am going to have a little bit of a deeper crease color as well, so I'm not terribly worried about getting it all the way to meet with the green, but all right, that's a good start. Next I'm going to use this shade, which is not technically in my Pan Those eyeshadows, but kind of is. I rolled it out because I did reach the 30 uses, but I am still invested in eventually hitting pan on this shade, so. And I'm just using that to deepen up my crease. I'm keeping this a little bit lower than I let the lighter peach go. But again, we still have so much more blending to do that I'm not terribly concerned if it doesn't look perfect right now. I always like to make sure that I can still see my eyeshadow once I open my eyes. And I think I need just a little bit more on this eye. Hooded eye problems, right? Okay, so now we've got a lot going on, but it's gonna keep being more. I'm gonna take that same brush that I used with peach and just go into a tiny bit of this pink. I'm gonna use that to buff this whole area out, really focusing it on the outer half of my eye. Don't know how much of a difference it really makes, but I like the idea that you can see a little bit of more pink on the outer edge than the inner. Ooh, and that's a lot of pink. I'm just gonna clean that off a little bit. best to blend that. Okay. I don't have a mirror there, but I was checking for one. I think that's good for now. We can continue to work on that later. So now we're going to start getting to the glitter. I'm going to use my NYX glitter glue, and I'm going to apply that just with my fingers pretty much all over the lid, as well as a little bit in the inner corner, because who doesn't like a little bit of inner corner highlight, especially when there's glitter involved. And I am applying this over shadow, but I don't feel that it really messes too much with it. I mean, I'm basically just using that green as a base, so I don't care if it fades the color somewhat. And now we go in with the mint. I'm just going to take this on my finger. I find that it applies better that way. I'm just going to tap it over. Pretty much the entire area where I've done the glue. Really the entire area where I've put down the glitter glue. Okay, you can actually see that on camera, though I don't think it looks quite as glittery as it does here in real life. Notice that I left just a little bit of space in the inner corner. It's because we have got more glitter, because I have no self-control. Well, I guess I do have self-control because this is about something I'm not going to buy, but you get the point. All right, there we are. Now for the inner corner glitter, I'm going to go with my ColourPop Super Shock. If I can open it. There it is. This is in the shade Ladybird. It's a very reflective ivory with some cool toned glitter. I'm just going to stick that right in the inner corner, and then just a little bit on the inner half of the lid. Just, you don't want it to look too stark in the inner corner compared to everything else. I love this. Okay. So we're looking good so far. Can you actually see the glitter on camera? I hope so. To add a little bit of definition to my outer corner, I'm going to use this somewhat more cool toned green. I'm just going to take that on my remaining clean finger of my right hand and just pat that right on the outer corner. That went a little higher than I wanted it to, but that's okay. This is not a super precise geometric look or anything. It's all good. I do like how that fades from dark green into the mint and then almost to the silver. I think that's a really pretty little gradient. Same on the other side. I think I could use just a little bit more on this side. I think we're good for the lid. I am going to use just a little bit more of that same green color, this one, and take that on a smudger brush under my eye. Just gonna clean up some glitter that I can see, just with a finger. Okay. Now I want to use some white to cancel out some of the pink that really decided to travel. I'm just taking this sort of pinky white. I'm going to use that to define right under my brow bone, but also to go over some of that pink and just doesn't quite cancel it out completely, but it definitely helps. It helps that this color is actually really pretty close to my skin tone. It's just a slightly more brightening version. It's really come in handy. Okay. I think that is the eyeshadow. Now I'm going to add some mascara, which I'm probably going to do off camera because I'm a mess trying to do mascara on camera, and then we will be back in just a second to figure out the lips and wrap this video up. I ended up doing both top and bottom mascara because I felt like it needed some mascara to sort of anchor just how much there was going on, especially right here with the glitter. Now I've brought options for lipsticks. I've got this peach from Milk, which I think would look okay. Of course I think it would look okay. I grabbed it for a reason. Also got this Dior lipstick, which actually I think I might just go with a mixture of the two. Because if I didn't have the earrings, I think this lipstick would be perfect, but it's close, but not close enough to the earrings. I feel like it looks like I'm just bad at matching colors. I'm going to take just a little bit of this Milk makeup. Tap. Okay, I really like that. Alright, so I think that is the final look. What do we think? Personally, I really like it. I've worn this actually a couple times over the last week or so, and I like it so much that I keep coming back. I think that the green is really pretty and fun, and I love the pink crease. I don't feel like it doesn't really translate all the time, but it really does bring a little bit of extra contrast, a little bit of an interesting twist to what's otherwise not a basic green look, because it's still, you know, glittery and dimensional, but a bit of a more basic green look. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I hope you'll consider liking and subscribing if you did. I will be posting some more of these wishlist videos probably in the next week or two. So if you like this style, I hope you will come back and check them out. Thanks again for watching, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye!